Shabbat Shalom, L'chaim, L'chaim. This week's Torah portion is Tisa. It basically goes back to an earlier point in the plot line where the Jews are at Mount Sinai and Moshe is up there, getting the Torah, and the Jews are waiting for him. And, the Jews thought that the day Moshe went up, they start counting 40 days, including that day. And Moshe meant that starting on the next day, you start counting 40 days. So they actually mistimed him coming down. And this is one of the reasons they say that the sin of the golden calf happened. They thought that Moshe had died or that he wasn't coming down, and they needed a new God, a new deity. And so that's a main thing that happens in this week's Torah portion, the sin of the golden calf. And there's one point where the Baal Shem Tov explains what happens. It says that Hashem spoke to Moshe face to face. And the Baal Shem Tov explains that, he explains this in the way of a parable. He says that when a person is standing a distance away from water, let's say a lake, they're standing a little distance away, the reflection in the water seems elongated, it seems much bigger. And when they walk closer to it, it becomes more true to form, true to the size, until they're able to see themselves face to face. And this is what he's saying is going on here. The idea is that when a person is far away from Hashem, they have a lot of ego. That's what it means to be distant from Hashem. You think of yourself as almost a deity in your own way, that the world revolves around you. And this person who has a lot of ego looks at every situation in life as though it's much bigger. This is the elongated reflection. Every situation, say they see their friend on the road and their friend doesn't say hi to them. They say, oh my gosh, he did this to spite me, and they make this situation into a much bigger thing. Whereas, the other hand, a simple or humble person like Moshe, who's looking at someone face to face, looking at God face to face, he would see this person and say, you know what, he's very busy today. Or maybe he's got a lot going on this week. Or maybe his mind is just somewhere else. They won't make the situation into a much bigger thing. So this whole parable really resonated with me this week. As I went to the bakery, I was supposed to be there alone for like 8 hours. And my biggest fear in the world was the phone's going to ring and someone needs to order something and they're just going to speak Hebrew and I won't be able to understand or take down the order. And I made this situation to such a big thing. I was thinking about it all day. And the truth is you have to just do it. It's like Nike said it back in the day. They had it right. When you do it, you're able to see that you can actually handle it all along, and it humbles you. It either makes you realize, like, this was hard, but I overcame it, and you feel humbled for the situation, or you realize you had it in you all along, and you don't have to make the situation into such a big thing, So, taking that forward for at least myself, what I'm hoping to do is that whenever I see a situation and my mind starts running wild with it and I start to paint it out to be something much bigger than it is, I'm going to try bring it back down. I'm going to try remember, you know what? It's a weird situation. I might be uncomfortable with it. It may look like a big shadow or a big reflection, but at the end of the day, it's still me and I can do this and I'm just going to do my best and it will work out. And in the past, I've known this has worked. When you just say, I'm going to do my best, you actually do much better and you surprise yourself. So Zrat Hashem, we should all merit to succeed in this fashion, to look at things in a humble way and to see our reflection face to face. Shabbat Shalom.